Have you finally pieced it all together? Case closed. This is how your justice ends. Shido-san, my job is complete.
Yeah, good for you. You killed me.
I've told you not to call me by name.
Ah.
Regardless, all that's left is to deal with the remnants.
So you were working for Shido. I should have known.
The continued deaths of these teenagers would be a bit much, don't you think? I considered making it appear they had a falling out, but that would only amplify public frenzy. It would be best to have each of them meet with an unfortunate accident once the storm blows over.
Well, aren't you very, casual about that?
Is there any possibility they'll want to avenge their leader?
But hey, this is you we're talking about, Akechi, the same guy who has murdered countless people, literally committed genocide.
No chance. They're nothing but cattle anyway. They have no backbone without his guidance.
Pretty much.
I will keep my eye on them just in case, though.
I'll be counting on you.
They will live their lives cowering in fear of death. An apt punishment for obstructing our work.
Make sure to kill that strange cat once you find it as well.
What kind of grudge do you have against Morgana?
Understood. Though I doubt there's anything to worry about.
What did he do to you?
It's merely a cat, after all.
More importantly,
Like, I don't like
they
Morgana
should
that
be
much
dealing
myself,
with
but...
the suicide right about now. Things
Jesus
will become
Christ.
quite busy once the word gets out. I'll need to prepare my comments on the matter.
These people are twisted.
I must be prepared to deal with it on my end as well. Beyond that, what of the director of the Special Investigations Unit?
Perhaps he'll be struck by a mysterious illness sometime soon.
Excuse me? Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
No, it can't be.
Not Mr. Mwahaha exposition guy.
Even me. God damn it. Shit.
Rest in peace, my dude. Well, Jesus Christ, why did you have to kill him? What did he do to you?
What was all that about, showing him this phone? The Phantom Thief Alibaba? Who is this?
Futaba?
I am Alibaba, a member of the Phantom Thieves. I inquire as to your justice. Sai Nijima.
How
what?
do you know I have this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Oro Akechi is evil. He didn't come to interrogate the captured Phantom Thief. He came to kill him.
Yeah, that much is clear.
We
I mean,
could
he put a
say
bullet in my
stole
head.
the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
What?
Don't trust the guard either. He's an accomplice as well. Now then, I'll tell you detailed steps to take. You must save him.
Yeah, you must save Cole Miller.
You want me to save him?
Oh boy. What are we getting at here? What was that? That was spoopy.
Huh?
Hi there, Mr. Guard.
What is it?
Nothing. Anyway, what brings you here? I thought you were done with your business.
Did anyone else stop by? Nobody?
There'd be no reason for anyone else to come down here.
You're the one who was positioned here. You're like an accomplice. That-
The guard will
yeah,
be one of
that's what
ours.
Akechi was talking about.
We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So it's all true.
Of course it's true. Is something the matter?
It's Akechi-kun. He had to take a sudden call, so he won't be able to make it down today.
Huh?
Oh, what's
I've
going
been
on
asked
here?
to handle things instead.
You?
But
But
we already got killed. What are you getting at here?
If you stay here, they'll likely get rid of you to eliminate any evidence. I suggest you go into hiding at once if you value your life.
yes, ma'am.
Ooh.
Don't say a word of what transpired here. Trust nobody. Forget this ever happened.
Well, okay. Good job scaring him for the rest of his life. Not that it really matters, because he's just a random NPC who serves basically no
And now we
purpose.
return to our continued report. This morning, the police have announced that they've detained a suspect who may in fact be the leader of the Phantom Thieves group. The suspect is reported to be a young
Anchon,
man who's...
can I get you to look over here?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So he got caught. That group sure was something.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
So the next shoot got me thinking. How about we have you do an idle thing, you know? That cool?
What a surprise to think that the one behind all this is just a minor.
But considering how quickly they announced his arrest, the police must surely be confident in the
Oh, bro. My dude.
Well, I'll be. Goodness, look at you now. It's been
I'm
a
sorry I
while,
had to
Luigi.
leave you.
You stopped visiting
I'm
so
sorry I had to
abruptly.
die.
Everyone was worried about you. It's your second year, right? Are you still doing track and field? I'd love to see you run again.
Also, the young man continues to remain silent, refusing to implicate any potential accomplices. However, considering the number of charges brought against him,
I wonder if something happened. Yeah.
You seemed stumped for once. Not feeling it today?
Yeah, he's just trying to bird.
Well, I'm not chiding you. Just do as normal at your own pace. With your skills, there's no need to worry about your future.
Poor Yusuke. Best boy. I'm sorry.
right. He's just a high school student. How do you
Oh,
think he was
Futaba.
contacting the others?
Best girl.
can search any online communications. His accomplices may slip up eventually.
Still, it seems the Phantom Thieves' most recent targets have gone comatose. Actual harm has been done here.
Given the lack of physical violence, their method is still a mystery. Regardless, the police are looking into attempted murder charges.
And
Never
Makoto.
turned it in? That's quite the surprise. I thought I lost it this whole time.
I'm sorry.
Well, your grades are excellent. And you're student council president. I'm sure you'll be admitted anywhere you apply. That one phantom thief should have followed your example. You hear? It seems he was caught. Some high schooler. I wonder why he turned to a life of crime.
It wasn't a life of crime, though. I wish everybody could have just known that.
We also received
We were doing good.
the young man was placed on probation for assault.
Because of his previous record, he had to leave his hometown. Perhaps his motive lies there.
I believe your father
Oh,
can rest
God.
in peace now.
To add even more
That
to the
phantom
shit pile,
thief
they have
could
to
never have changed
bring this guy
anything.
back.
Only a handful of people are qualified to alter the world.
You certainly aren't.
So you've been coming home late. That's what I've heard. I make a good playmate, you know.
Oh, piss off, my dude.
News. The young man being held in custody has committed suicide. The police have confirmed his death, although details have not been released. To repeat, the suspect has committed suicide while in
Custody. This station
Well.
will continue to report any further updates as they arrive.
Truth comes out.
Be difficult to uncover his methods now.
We're dead.
Perhaps that's why he decided to take this course.
This is, certainly
Can't be.
pretty sad to see. And fuck Akechi.
You're shitting me. We got him.
What? Ryuji! What was that smile? What's going on here? Why are we in the Velvet Room? We're dead.
It would seem as though you have been killed.
Yeah, no kidding. What do you think happened?
But why were you killed? Why
I don't
did you
know.
have to die?
Because Akechi's an asshole and should go to hell?
Do you remember? It seems you forgot an important fact while your consciousness was hazy. Indeed, your death was a necessity for your escape from certain doom.
My death in quotation marks.
What a tremendous plan. How might you be capable of executing such a feat? Well, then, let us rouse
don't
the
know.
memories which are missing.
So these are the memories we didn't see. The ones that kept flashing forward because of the drug. Let's see them. The first time I sensed something was off. That's right, it was during the school festival. That's right. This was the first time that this happened, where it skipped over a memory.
Hey, they're going.
Yeah, okay.
You realized it too then. It was our conversation about pancakes, right?
Yep. This is it, everyone. The pancakes. There's a reason it's the biggest meme in this game. The pancakes. It's the reason why Akechi is, he was revealed really early on, sort of, to be the traitor, because he was able to hear Morgana talking about pancakes.
There's
So,
no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
mm-hmm. So, pancakes were his downfall. We can't trust him.
My thoughts exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It was your social studies trip. We met him in the hallway of that TV station.
He's right here.
There's no way that this is the first time he's heard my voice.
Yes, yeah, he was in the metaverse before then.
Feels sketchy.
Let's do some research.
Yeah, that was my plan too. Okay.
Now, Akechi, you
Let's
done
get everyone
goofed.
on the same page right away.
What an idiot. Seriously, though. He was,
There's something else we want you to look into.
this part. Okay, what was our plan then?
One more person has been on our mind.
Yes, and his name is, Adachi 2.0.
It's possible. I want to eavesdrop on their phone conversation. That'll be tough.
You can do it, Futaba.
I agree.
You're best girl, after all.
I'd have to plant a bug directly on the phone.
So it's impossible even for you. I didn't say it was impossible.
Yeah, just very hard.
Okay, I've got a plan.
Well, that was quick.
That's perfect.
Keeping it secret?
Don't worry, I'll tell you the details later.
Yeah, sure, why not? Futaba's going to do something? I wonder if it'll be okay.
This is gonna be fun. I can't wait.
Oh yeah. Whatever it is that you're planning. Sure it'll work. 'Cause, I mean, it already happened. Although, we'll just wait and see.
I see. So we're going to use this place.
The hell?
It'll be a gamble.
I think it's gonna work. You can't tell a thing.
Yeah, what's happening here? I'm confused.
It seems you finally remember. This game is not over yet.
Yep. This is Persona after all. You're 70 hours into the game, still not over.
There are still things that must be done.
My memories are starting to become clearer. That's right. This is what really happened to me at that moment. There he goes. You didn't think you could put a bullet in Joker's head and actually kill him, did you? Nope. This is Mr. Smash Bros. We're talking about here. Oh, yeah. So he's alive. There's no way we're dead. We're not Persona 3ing ourselves right now. We are still alive. I'm going to save the game right here. Man, but seriously, that is a crazy plot twist. We're about to learn more about what's going on right now, but essentially, they knew that Akechi was the traitor the entire time. And they had a plan, because they knew that this was going to happen. So we're about to figure out exactly what their plan was. Seriously, I'm not going to lie, Akechi being the traitor is the most obvious twist ever, but damn it if this twist that they knew he was the traitor is just brilliant. Because the way that it's integrated into the actual story in the sense that he can't remember all the details, and that's why it skips over everything, is just amazing. And when it's actually revealed that they knew the entire time, it just blows your mind. I heard they arrested one of the Phantom Thieves. No way. I didn't expect him to commit suicide. He's a murderer. He deserved to die. We can finally breathe easy now. He killed himself, huh? I guess we'll never know his motivation. But we didn't. We are Persona protagonists, and that means we don't really die. I'm just saying. Unless you're Persona 3's protagonist. I'm sorry. I'm exhausted. Feels like my consciousness is about to fade away. Hey, are you alright? Don't fall asleep until we reach our destination. Are you listening? Could this be the effect of the drug wearing off? The memories I thought were gone are starting to come back. Are you listening? I am. Anyway, we need to talk about how to get out of this situation. Futaba's monitoring of Akechi's phone has confirmed it. He did indeed have an ulterior motive. It's on a completely different level than just that. Not only was he trying to frame us, but he was the true culprit behind the mental shutdowns. His offer to assist us was simply a plot to frame the Phantom Thieves and kill Kolkan. If we go into Sissa's palace as he suggests, we'll likely be met by a large ambush of police forces. And that's exactly what happened. To think he would be this far gone. I know now what it means to feel a chill down my spine. Furthermore, he wishes to bring a police squad from reality into the palace. That's the interesting thing, though, because, I mean, that's the first time when people have just, I don't know, those people are just straight-up police officers, and they were able to come into the metaverse. I find it really interesting, because that's not really something that's happened before in a Persona game, where, like, real-world people come into the shadow realms without, I don't know, it's like, sometimes it happens, but this is the first time that has happened, and they just straight-up barge in there. It's pretty cool. If the 8 of us can enter at once, it's not inconceivable to think a larger group is possible. He may even be able to bring in vehicles or other special pieces of equipment. So this really was just a setup to shift the blame onto us. He made us go after Okumura, then once we triggered the change of heart, he killed him. And he told us he had seen the true culprit, but it was him the entire time. The whole time he was working with Makoto's sister, he was really just some homicidal maniac. Come on, we gotta take that bastard Akechi down. Isn't that recording we got enough proof to do it? No, Akechi is merely a tool. His orders come from elsewhere, the grand mastermind behind this all. An unimaginable fiend capable of arranging the murder of a suspect at a police station. Unless we find out who that is, we will continue being targeted even if we defeat Akechi. But what means do we have of learning his identity? We'll have to make Akechi say it, although once we do, that mastermind will likely eliminate us. I think that will be the case eventually regardless of whether or not we learn his identity. The only reason it hasn't happened yet is because we're an easy target to blame for his crimes. If he realizes that's no longer possible and abandons that plan, he may opt to kill us immediately. Damn it! So we don't got a choice but to go with that bastard's suggestion. But if we go into the palace as told, Cole will get arrested and then murdered by Akechi. Palace. The palace. Actually, there's something I'd like to say regarding... Aha! We can use the palace to our advantage! What? What's this all of a sudden? there's a way. A way to get past Akechi and get the Mastermind to lay off of us, all while learning his identity. Really? You gotta be kidding me. If he wants to kill Cole, why not let him? That is, inside the palace. Yes, we could have him kill the cognitive Cole-kun, all the while believing it killed the real one. Yeah, that's it. So that's what happened. He killed the cognitive version of me. He didn't kill me. That is just genius. It's so cool. It's just, this is in my opinion, this is by far the best storytelling in the game. It's just so cool how they did this twist. It seems that's our only option. Listen close, everyone. I have to plan for how we can carry this operation out. And how did it go? Basically successfully, considering how this all worked.
Leader, the Phantom Thieves have fallen silent. However, the police intend on continuing this investigation until the case is fully solved.
Sure.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work. Where are they?
Waiting upstairs. Go tell them to come on down.
Oh yeah. They're all upstairs waiting for us.
You're her sister, correct?
Makoto told me everything. Futaba-chan, I'm sorry that I caused you so much trouble this past summer.
It's ancient history now.
Man, that goddamn detective.
Yeah, I want to punch his teeth in and then do other terrible stuff to him until he just fucks off, because I hate him. He's the worst person in the entire series. Fuck him, fuck him, fuck him. I hate Akechi. He sucks.
Look who's here.
It's me!
Hey, you big bastard.
Well, that's certainly a way to greet me.
How have you been?
Dead. I mean, I died.
You must be fine if you're joking around like that.
Yep.
It truly is a relief to see your face.
Yeah. I mean, I'd hope so, considering we're dating now.
I bet that moron Akechi don't even know we tricked him yet.
Yeah, he's an asshole, and he is also kind of... I mean, if he actually fell for it, then... Yeah, I'm saying that's probably a good thing. It means that maybe he ain't so smart after all.
Still, how'd you pull this off? Isn't this guy considered dead?
You weren't told anything? I heard my sister brought him here, though.
Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him safe. It was right after they announced he had died, too. Almost gave me a heart attack.
I didn't have time to explain.
Hey, shouldn't we tell boss what really happened?
Yeah, let's spill the
We
beans.
wanted to make our enemy believe the leader of the Phantom Thieves was dead.
And clearly that worked.
What we did was make that enemy kill his fake in the metaverse.
Hold on a sec.
Yeah, this is probably way too much for him to understand.
Fake? What are you talking about?
He's just a simple coffee dad.
The true
Don't
culprit behind all these incidents.
blow his
set us
mind.
up. Our goal here was to determine their identity.
True culprit? I see. So you guys were going up against someone else?
Yep.
It was Goro Akechi.
Yep. The asshole himself.
You knew beforehand that he was the traitor, didn't you?
Yeah, he really didn't do a very good job of hiding it. Akechi messed up.
Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back. He made one fatal mistake.
Couldn't you have just
Yep.
said from the beginning that Akechi was the real culprit?
That wasn't something we could simply bring up.
That's true. There wasn't really any real
We
evidence.
couldn't have you suspect Akechi.
That too.
Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would have believed something like that, would you?
True.
Yeah, because it would have involved the metaverse, and that's not the easiest thing to explain in the world.
Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even I would think he was the culprit. In other words, you left him alone on purpose. That was a bold move.
Yeah, pretty ballsy, but it worked.
God, I can't keep up with any of this stuff.
I'm sorry, Coffee Dad.
Wait, so what was this mistake Akechi made? What did he do?
He created a meme
He slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice.
Yes?
You mean a cat?
Oh god, no, no.
Yes, Morgana can talk.
Oh jeez.
Sorry, was that supposed to be a joke?
Oh, our apologies. That's completely true. You surprised?
Does that mean he said something just now as well?
Yes.
But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was for all of us at first, too.
Yeah, you thought he was a monster cat when
When
you
you're
first
in the
came into the metaverse.
Mona talks like a normal person. Once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him in reality. It's a change in cognition, most likely.
Thanks to Akechi's lame acting, we figured out something was up.
It wasn't really him acting, he just kind of really messed up because he heard someone talking about pancakes, he didn't realize it was Morgana. But yeah, he did really fuck up and it did lead to his
When we
downfall.
talked to Akechi at the school festival, he was acting like he just realized Mona could talk. But we already saw him drop a mega hint about it way earlier.
Like literally when we first met
I
him.
know a place. I want to go to that huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way here.
Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
Yeah. You dumbass.
Mona was the only one who was talking about a pancake. That meant Akechi'd already been in the metaverse by then.
Mm-hmm. He had been in there and he had been killing some folks.
And since he was lying to us about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive behind contacting us.
It seemed odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake comment was an honest one, after all.
How does it feel, Akechi, to have everything go to hell because you slipped up and started talking about pancakes? That has to be the biggest blow in history. His story was too good.
He did approach us when we found ourselves in the worst trouble yet. That's why we asked Futaba-chan to wiretap his phone.
Yeah, that was...
I pretended to be interested in checking the phone out, but I was actually planting my app.
So that was what that was about. He was pretty
My heart
mighty
was pounding
suspicious.
while I was doing it, though.
Yeah, you had to do it real fast.
Detective could never have imagined a program being installed so quickly. Futaba's quirky nature proved to be a great help.
That was just an act. After a few days of listening, this confirmed his betrayal.
Then I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thieves in the act. That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. I'll deal with them after that. Let me see. We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task will be simple.
Is this for real?
So that was what that was all about.
Will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So they planned to get rid of that guard from the beginning.
Uh-huh.
Well then, I will make the arrangements the day after the arrest. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life.
Or so you thought.
You will become a great hero who saved Japan from evil. As will I, of course.
Oh, you do not deserve that title. Oh, hell, you don't even deserve the title of Detective Prince. That, as I've said before, that is a title that only Naoto can hold. You stole it from her, and now you're gonna act like a hero because you killed me? You dumbass. Oh my god.
Strangely, but to think he was this far gone.
He's no ace detective. Akechi is the perpetrator behind the mental shutdown crimes.
Yes, he is kind of an absolute douche. That's kind of
On top of that, there's someone
everything.
else commanding Akechi. Someone with great authority. So great that they can order an assassination in a police station. That's why we had to make a move before
that
they
could
did.
be. It's gotta be.
I see.
You know, the person he was talking to, Shido. I wonder who else. Okay.
We baited Akechi into Sis's palace, making him dispose of our leader's fake, but think he killed him.
Can you elaborate on that in more detail? What exactly happened in my cognitive world?
Yeah, because we didn't change your
We're
heart.
sorry for using you without your permission. Your palace had all the conditions we needed.
What conditions?
First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality.
Huh. That's right. When we first went into the cognitive world, we didn't
That
even
place
notice.
is based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
We didn't even notice it first because it just looks so identical outside of the palace.
That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse.
Back with Kamoshida, we came in from the station without even noticing.
Not till we got to the school.
You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions around.
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us.
I was seriously impressed by that suggestion.
So that's what that little memory, or not really memory, but it was that scene where they were scouting out the
To be honest,
interrogation
I didn't quite
room.
understand it, but I went along with it.
We had to trust it.
And it was absolutely the best decision we could have made.
Yes, otherwise I would have had a bullet in my head.
Makoto is normally so calm as well, but once her mind is set, she gets oddly impulsive.
I did have a bit of a rivalry forming with Akechi.
Hell, we all did. I hated him from the get-go. He's a...
Couldn't contain myself anymore once you became a target, sis. The reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to heal your heart, after all.
Huh.
My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I was desperate. I wasn't myself at all. I'm sorry I couldn't see that.
That goes for the both of us. We heard from Mako-chan that you were going to do the interrogation, Nijima-san.
Yeah.
Regarding its location, I take it you used the data from my laptop?
Oh, so you were onto us.
I'm sorry.
Go on.
There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse.
I love this. They're doing the they're doing the whole like dumb little sketches.
First,
it's hilarious.
our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room. Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real world.
Yep.
Once we heard that from Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing.
So you went into the metaverse just on your own time, like without any of us. That's cool.
There was also one more thing we absolutely needed to make this work. A perfect cognitive replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room.
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
Exactly.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced this would work. They looked no different from actual living people.
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual, while keeping Akechi in the dark.
Which worked. It's amazing that all of this worked. It really was just an absolute miracle. Like one little thing and we would have been dead.
Everything went as planned up until we defeated Sis's shadow.
So this is the part where I'm most interested in, because we stole the treasure, but the heart didn't change,
However, it was then that we were met with a terrifying, unexpected police ambush. As a result, even though we managed to grab the treasure, we couldn't get it out of the metaverse. Except that was all an act. We
What?
prepared an empty briefcase beforehand and merely acted like we were taking the treasure.
Well, that's a smart thing to do. We didn't even steal the treasure at all, and so we just created a fake. That's why the palace didn't crumble.
This was because we knew the police would be coming for us.
We
Damn!
made sure before the operation that the police would be waiting to ambush us.
This is just
And just as
genius.
expected, he totally took the bait.
I'm serious. This whole part of the game is just genius. It's one of the best.
Him
It's
getting
just
captured
amazing.
by the police went exactly how we planned it.
What a roller coaster.
And I had been interrogating
Been
him
through.
with no knowledge of this. But how did you lure Akechi into this cognitive world's interrogation room?
All I needed were the coordinates.
It seems like she used this laptop to remotely access the metaverse. Asking her about it now would drag the conversation on too long. I should talk to her later.
Akechi disposed of the fake in the palace and left thinking he had been victorious.
That illustration of Akechi. Yes, I love these little cartoon doodles that they've done here. These are
It must have been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room.
Yep.
Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
Oh, we certainly were. We certainly were. Did you see that smile?
So that's why you gave me your phone. I only took it because of what you told me.
It's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself.
I'm just glad I didn't die.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone. Huh. So in other words, I've been to the metaverse, albeit for a brief moment.
Yeah, you were in your own palace for a
In our
second.
experience, there is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
That's the other reason we had him give it to you. We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid in his escape. By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real world as well.
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into Akechi mid-assassination.
Yep.
Huh. Astounding. I hadn't the slightest idea that such a grand operation was taking place within me.
Well, now you know.
I'm so glad he was able to persuade you during the interrogation. Even though we knew Akechi's plan, we were pretty worried about that part.
Yeah, seriously though, like, because of the drug, we were like seconds away from not being able to explain things to her. And I don't know, like, she would have left and we would have died because we just weren't able to convince her. It's really impressive.
True.
Why is that?
Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been possible. That persuasion was easily our greatest gamble. We couldn't consult Sis beforehand. It was absolutely the make or break moment of the entire plan.
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a short time. Were you confident you could do it?
Well, I had 70 hours. I'm gonna say I was. Because I'm a Persona protagonist. I'm just confident in
Either
everything
way,
I say.
I can't believe you went for such a risky idea.
If we could just tell you the true culprit's plan, I knew you'd realize the bigger picture. Realize that our leader was telling the truth, and that there was a greater evil to pursue.
As a result, we emerged victorious.
You know it.
Then the reason you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch the true culprit, correct?
Yes. Plus, you had lost control of yourself at the time.
This is stunning. All I can really do is laugh.
I've kind of figured out that you guys made Akechi kill a fake. But what did you do about the body?
It just disappeared.
The police never even checked it.
Huh?
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide. That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
Oh well, that's what happens when you work with Akechi.
Bad guys have that much influence?
Murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise. We also knew of a possible conspirator.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
And with that confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima-san's help.
Yep.
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
Thinking back to the
Sweet.
interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to him. The callous use of violence and even drugs is utterly abnormal.
Yeah, they were kind of really jerkish, to say the least. I did not miss them.
If he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the phone, he would have died. I'm
Exactly.
truly glad you made it back safe.
Yay. It was a breeze.
How tough are you?
How tough am I? I had a bowl of nails for breakfast, without any milk.
It still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated to avoid drawing any suspicion. Even with that, I couldn't help but worry for him in my heart.
Well, I knew right away that her plan worked out.
I
Yep.
wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against.
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
Yep, but he's a bro, so.
Can it, cat?
Yeah, fuck off,
I
Morgana.
had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down. I finally feel relieved.
I kind of take it back. After that comment, sure, I actually kind of hope that Shido and Akechi kill you.
We knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry until we could confirm it in person.
Now that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head commander. What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who was meant to die. They just wanted to avoid backlash. Very well. From here forward, I will do my utmost to assist you.
Sweet.
You saved me, after all.
Yeah, we had a 70-hour conversation. I'm glad that we were able to work things
That's
out.
reassuring to hear.
I'll do whatever I can to help too. Just let me know.
Alright,
Let's
Coffee
take a
Dad
break
and
for now, though. This old brain is pooped.
Coffee Dad and Prosecutor Mom. I like it.
Oh, and feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get together to talk. You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word, and I'll close shop early.
Damn, what a cool dude you are.
Are you sure?
This
Man,
guy
that's
can't
generous.
leave. Plus, you won't make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs. It's
Yeah, I
not
guess.
Like this place is the liveliest joint in town. It won't be a huge loss for me.
Aww. I love you, Coffee Dad.
Let us accept his offer. What a great man.
Yeah, Sojiro, he's by far the most, I don't know, he's just a really amazing character all around. I love him. His character development is just top notch. Alright, the summary of the story up to this point has been updated. To read, press the, I don't need to read this, whatever. Man. Oh, hi Shido. Cole Miller.
That sounds familiar.
It's me, Akechi.
Oh,
Enter.
hi.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
No, nothing in particular. More importantly, you've done well with regard to the prosecutors.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence.
Man, I hate both of you. First of all, Akechi is a homicidal murderer and a complete and utter irredeemable piece of human scum. Shido ruined my life, basically, and just kind of seems like a dick. So yeah, both of you deserve a good punch in the teeth.
His loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room, too.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
Oh yeah, someone else who can take the more ha role.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves.
Okay,
All
cool.
possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine.
Oh. So that's what you're getting at, isn't it? Wow. As if things couldn't get any higher
And on
stakes.
to our next story. The snap election for the House of Representatives. Discussion is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy announcement nears. Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th of next.
Elections, huh? Don't matter to us. It's not like we can vote in them yet anyways.
Why don't we resume our conversation?
Wow, this is one long ass conversation we're having.
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back together. We can finally take it to Akechi and the bastard backing him.
Yep.
If you figured
Let
out
us
who's
do that.
behind all this?
He's behind all
Akechi
it.
accidentally let that slip after the murder. He said,
Mhm.
Shido-san.
Yes, it was Shido.
Shido? Feels like I heard that somewhere.
I wonder where.
He is unmistakably a man of power if he has such strong connections to the police.
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
I believe
I
so.
believe he's a politician. Remember Ryuji? You said his speech was too loud.
Yeah, he was the one that was pissing off Ryuji so much.
For real?
For real?
It's certainly possible that Shido is the mastermind.
Do we have any sort of evidence? Oh, do I even need to answer that question because we've already seen all the stuff that he's done. He's a dick.
Do you have some kind of evidence?
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions which align with that possibility. First,
what?
he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic breakdowns. He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity.
Yeah, I mean he has been getting a lot of support as we've seen.
On top of that, he'll most likely become the next prime minister if he wins this upcoming election.
So it's kind of like a landslide kind of thing here. Damn.
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
If he is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition to his honest public image.
So his current position and popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapses.
It wouldn't be a huge surprise if that was his whole
We'll make him have a
intention.
change of heart, no matter what it takes. Mom.
Oh boy.
Shido, huh?
What is the matter?
I had a feeling he was wrapped up in all this.
You
Just based
did?
on the connections I had from my previous job.
What kind? What's going on? What?
I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido.
Wait, really?
From the moment Wakaba died, I had a hunch he was involved.
In what way?
There wasn't anything I could do. So I chose to protect Futaba and went into hiding.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had. He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
Ooh.
Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown cases. It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns. So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the associated parties. Boss was one of those parties. I would never have imagined all of this was connected.
Well, conspiracies lead from one thing to another, and there's always someone at the end.
The mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves' actions.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be Prime Minister one day. Nobody believed him, though.
Well, times sure do change.
What's going to happen to this country if Shido becomes prime minister? What about the world?
The issue is simpler than that. This is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will on the public.
We gotta expose that rotten bastard!
Let's do it.
We'll do it like always.
Steal his
And
heart.
let's check the nav.
Well, that was certainly...
Masayoshi Shido, the guy running for prime minister.
There's like no time wasting at all. We're just going straight into the next dungeon. I love it.
Got a hit! Well, duh. Ain't a surprise he has one.
Where would
Certainly
the
not.
location be?
What kind of things go through a politician's head?
I always think of dirty money and shady actions.
Dirty money and shady
What does he
actions.
do? And where? We don't got a clue about this guy's life.
We just know that he's a guy running for prime minister and that he's an asshole, so...
His palace must be somewhere that politicians frequent. Any ideas?
Any ideas? The diet building? Oh!
We got a hit!
First try,
How
baby.
arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the diet building?
Our next target's the big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. We're gonna do this, right?
We have to. Obviously, we have to
Hell yeah!
keep Akechi in mind, though, but we're gonna take this
Nobody
bastard
against it?
down.
Of course.
He will be a worthy opponent.
Let's win this together. Time for revenge.
Oh, yeah, we're all coming together
And
again.
it's unanimous.
All we gotta
Sweet.
do now is figure out what he thinks that diet building place is.
Yeah, that's the last part.
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
An
Uh-huh.
old fart like me can't wrap his head around all this stuff.
Poor guy.
We'll have to deal with this
He's just
before
sitting
election
there,
day,
not
December
understanding a
18th.
word we're talking about.
That means we need it done by the 17th.
17th. Okay. How much time does that give us? There's 9 more days in November. So I'm bad at math. 27 days, I think.
It's best we hurry before they discover.
Or 26, I think.
Should we start tomorrow then? We can meet at the Diet Building after school.
Cool.
Reminds me, what are you gonna do about school? You can't show up if you're supposed to be dead.
Oh, true.
Ms. Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
Really?
That's what I told the school.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for sticking up for us.
You're alive then, all right? This whole thing would be for nothing.
What do you mean?
This operation had another purpose outside of escaping Akechi's clutches. Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves and deceive the public at the same time. He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist him with assassinations. A mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal.
Just saying, yeah, you're pretty much right.
We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide. Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement.
Ooh, I like the sound of
He'll
that.
say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal.
Everyone's gonna flip.
Yeah, it'll completely turn the tables.
You guys thought through all this stuff too?
They're intellectuals, you know.
That's why you
Yeah,
needed such a daring
not so
trick
sure
as
about
getting
you though,
captured and
Ryuji.
appearing to be killed. What frightening teenagers.
Yeah, once we get going, you can't stop us.
But the true battle has only just begun. We won the first round, but we must stay on our toes.
Yeah, this ain't the time to be celebrating.
It's
These
time for
people tried
acting.
to trap and kill us. There is no end to their inhuman, conniving nature. We will need to be prepared for whatever may come our way.
We got a big challenge ahead of us. Everyone,
I finally made it this far. It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
exposition
Back then,
time.
You earned the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against bureaucracy. Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in power. I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers. If it wasn't for the research on cognition that I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane.
So,
I made
that's
those
how this
troublesome
all happened.
opponents psychotic and erased any trace of that scandal.
So you just had Akechi as your little pawn.
Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could trigger a psychotic lapse or mental shutdown?
As if Akechi wasn't pathetic enough, he's basically just your little
When someone
underling
like
who
that
does
said
everything
he'd
for you.
support me, I had suspected there'd be an ulterior motive.
It's because I sympathized with your aspiring ideology. I believed that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of the country's future.
Well, my faith in you was precisely why I pulled the plug on that research. I only need you using that power. It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered how it works.
Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That researcher. She wouldn't have had to die if she just complied.
Any suspicions should be snubbed out. Even the smallest doubt must be severed at the root. After all, we had an active public prosecutor's office director on our side until recently.
Yeah, and whose fault was that? Who for killing him? You.
Astounding, isn't it?
Well,
To
Akechi,
think
but
the director himself
also you.
often forged evidence to secure his promotion. He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information. Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself.
This country's affairs have become stagnant. The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests. The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't even bother. Only ruin awaits us.
We know that word all too well. Ruin.
I must agree.
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools. I will lead this country to its revival. Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times. That's the correct way to use the metaverse.
Still,
It would stand out if there were continuous deaths and scandals with your political rivals, which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turn psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated to you. And thus, the charismatic ace detective was born.
My god. You just solve all your own cases. Are you even a real detective in that case? You just commit crimes, then you solve them. God damn it. Just fuck you, man. Once again, you don't deserve that title. Detective Prince. You don't deserve it. You're not a detective.
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished, and I've monopolized public opinion.
Oh
Once
my
I gained
god.
public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own.
These people are just
The
despicable.
police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy.
Man. Who knew that Pitbull was such an evil dude?
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
The better man? You think he's a good man?
Their popularity was a bit beyond my expectations. But flipping it made the negative press stronger. After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. I've been gaining more supporters since. The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals. Never mind the fact that they're my doing. Even the government parties have begun splitting up, and they're dissolving just as planned.
Oh, evil laugh time.
It's finally come. Just a little more, and I will take the seat of Prime Minister. However, inauguration isn't my goal. That's when everything truly begins. I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others.
In other words,
Well, we're gonna
you're
prevent
creating a
that.
powerful
We're
country
gonna
that can
make sure it
compete with
doesn't
the
happen.
world.
The public resonates with my ideals and follows me. And for that, some sacrifices can't be avoided. That is my duty as the Chosen One.
The Chosen One?
Your assistance has been very influential in making my plans proceed smoothly.
My dude, if you start, like, pulling some Final Fantasy stuff and, like, just don't.
When I become
I don't like
Prime
that.
Minister,
The Chosen One?
I'll grant whatever wish you want.
With this most recent case, my name has become known across the country, perhaps even the world.
Not that you deserve
Surely
it.
my story will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that could control people's hearts.
Fuck off.
I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my studies.
I
Alright.
suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
I am thinking about the future, though.
We're coming for you guys. You're not gonna get away with this. Not at all.
Guess you won't be going to school for a while. Don't
Lucky
worry
me.
about it. This'll be a breeze compared to what we've had to face so far. And we'll have
I'm
all
not
the
sure
time
about
to
that.
come up with the plans together. To be perfectly
I mean, we're going up
honest,
against
I
Shido.
don't really care what happens to Shido, one way or the other. But when I consider the fact that he's your enemy, I naturally think he's my enemy as well.
Yep.
I'm going to stay with you until the very end.
Okay. Thanks, Cat. Well. Oh, hi.
How do I put this?
Looks like things things have finally settled down. Life's gonna get real busy for you starting tomorrow, right? Get some rest.
Well then.
The chief's right. Let's hit the hay. I'm gonna talk to. Hey, Futubs. Remember how I hijacked your phone during the school trip? That kinda came in handy. How so? Well, remember how I put that wiretap app on Akechi's phone? Basically, that let me see GPS info for two phones, yours and his. Now what could I do with that info? I'll be able to tell the precise moment Sainijima, who had your phone, ran into Akechi. That's when I saw my chance and Beep sent the signal to activate the Metaverse Navigator. But there was the chance they'd just pass each other without saying a single word. That's why we needed you to tell Sainijima to show the phone to Akechi. This plan still surprises me no matter how many times I hear it.
But
Still, I couldn't just directly hack into the Metaverse Nav. It's a mysterious app after all. But you know how it has that bookmark function? All you have to do is push the button. Making the phone think he was pushing that button was totally doable. Pretty good, huh? What about you, Morgana? That reminds me, your relationship with Akechi unexpectedly grew stronger, didn't it? Even though Akechi was talking to the fake you at the time. What do you mean? Akechi met the cognitive you in the palace. I don't know what he said to you. I don't know what he said to that version of you in there, but we should make use of this. And if nothing else, it shows our operation was a smashing success. And what about you, Coffee Dad? Oh, by the way, the police report on your death isn't gonna show up at your school. No need to worry. Seems Prosecutor Nijima worked out some kind of deal with the higher-ups or something. I mean, they haven't even said anything to me even. As long as you stay quiet, you'll be fine. And I guess if they reported your death now, they'd basically be saying you were a Phantom Thief. They can't really go announcing what the Phantom Thieves are, so I'm sure they'll avoid that. Well, everyone, after literally an hour of pressing X, we finally reached the end of this long chapter of the game. Well, I'm sorry that nothing really action-y happened this episode, but we learned a lot of stuff. We know what's gonna happen. We're gonna go take down Shido and that bastard Akechi. We're gonna make him pay for the shit they pulled. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Persona 5. Next time, we're gonna investigate what Shido's palace is, and hopefully start our infiltration. See you guys later. Bye.